Hey guys.
I don't know if Earl Sir Sir or Auscoi can connect. I was with him in the VR room today.
Oh, how was that? What was that experience like?
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean,
beside the controls, it's like old Doom game. You know, remember Doom 1?
I totally do.
I was like, how do I move? And he was like, AWD, and I asked for backwards, and he, oh God, not again.
And so you must be on the 2D, right?
Yeah. I have no VR. I
Yeah,
was thinking when I
prefer the VR.
when I bought the
Yeah,
PS4, it was like, yeah, VR, and I was like, yeah, super. I don't need a 4K TV for that, so I can just sit somewhere and play. Totally bullshit. It's the regular games are downscaled, so it's like, you know, like old school, like PS2, and the VR games, yeah, okay, but there weren't so many where you say, yes, that's why I bought it. That's great.
yeah,
No,
exactly.
yeah. And so my opinion on the VR is at the moment it's this. Yeah, it's yeah. Of course, every new technique is expensive, but
Yes.
the usage is at the moment not really. I mean, if you pay for the VR set, it's like a ink printer. You buy the printer for $40, and then you need the ink for $80. No?
That's exactly right. Yes,
Mm.
that's exactly right. Crazy. Well, that's I'm glad to hear that. So I'm excited to check out the VR space. So I know one of the things we'd maybe at least preliminarily talked about was again just use case, but I had some specific ideas. I don't know if you'd given it any thought since our last chat last week.
Me? No.
Okay. Well, I have.
The connections,
And
because I got a lot of infos from the Discord that I have a separate server where I'm administrator, so I can see what the guys are doing at Discord and ramping up one by one.
right on, coming on here and there.
Mm. Okay, use case. What's your thought?
Yeah. So one of the things I thought just like right off the bat is, just start spending it, right? And I just wondered, and I did a little bit of research of how could I just spend LCC? In other words, if I have like a monthly bill. So I have a credit card. It's a Delta Airlines credit card. And I run a lot of my business expenses through that, and I get frequent flyer miles. So that at the end of the year, I'm able to fly my family to a vacation.
You hope so.
And I just wondered with yeah. Well, that was the case until this year. So right now I'm just collecting frequent flyer miles. But my question is obviously LCC doesn't give any sort of bonus, but it would have it out in circulation, and it would have transaction volume, and that would like legitimize the network to a degree, right? Or add to its legitimacy.
Sure. The thing is, it cannot be done by LCC itself. It's because it's like you asking the guys who printing the money to pay your groceries. So you need a lot of middlemen for that.
That is correct. Now, could it work through Coinami? Have you played around with Coinami?
No, me not.
And
it's basically it's simple. Like I mean, I've seen what they can do, but I didn't use it. I didn't download it because it's for Europe. Didn't give any favors. And
in what way?
No, such like off and on ramp by a bank in Europe. Because I use for example.
Hey, Rab.
Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can hear you.
Yeah.
I use a Netherlands crypto company where you can from your bank account you can say, yeah, I want to buy now with this current value, that and that much Bitcoin or Ripple or whatever, and even to get the money 2 or 3 days later, you get the value from where you said, okay, I'm going to buy. And that's the thing. That's the thing for if you want to pay some bills with the crypto coin, which is not a stable coin. You know where it's
Got it.
going? It's if I tell you, okay, I fixed your, I don't know, homepage, whatever, and now you got to pay me 100 euro. So you say, it's much easier to pay in crypto coins because you don't have to make a bank transfer to Europe and then exchange rate and this and that. So you pay me in LCC. So the thing is, you need an on-ramp from your $110, and I need an off-ramp to get my 100 euros with
Yeah.
how should I say it, with best with the minimum of percentage of transfer fees or something. Fees, that's what they were thinking about. Because I have the same
Yeah.
problem. I have actually 3 examples, but one is I'm partner with a American company who's doing cameras for the transmission microscopes, and
Uh-huh.
and the people are always like, camera, a CCD camera? Yeah, well, I can buy it in a Target or somewhere for $100. We're like, yeah, ours costs also 100, but 100K, because it has to survive an electron beam with 200 kilovolt acceleration. And so
Wow.
I have
What's
to
the use for that?
to make high resolution pictures with
Ah.
you can make you see the atomic grid. If you look at the easiest one is carbon, because it's one of the lowest
Yeah.
materials, and you see or silicon. You can see the silicon dumplings. Silicon is more for scanning, but you can see the corners of the atomic grid. So it looks like a gray carpet. You know?
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, they asked me to install their camera next month in Russia. So I make them an offer and I say, okay, it's 5 days. It would cost you kind of, let's say, $6,000, 6,000 euros. So I want my 6,000 euros, and they have to go to their bank and say, yeah, this is a European account. Here's the SWIFT code. We have to pay him 6,000 euros. How much have we to pay? Huh?
Mm-hmm.
So they calculate, okay, what's the actual day rate for euro against the US dollar, then conversion fee, then transaction fee, and this and that. Okay, then
Got it.
maybe I get my $100. But if they say, okay, get a foreign account, we send you, let's say, $6,600. So it's the opposite on my side. So I have to pay. They have also pay for the transaction fees, but I have to pay for the conversion fees. So the easiest would be if you say, okay, let's do it through crypto. How you handle the taxes, that's the other thing, but it shouldn't be any problem, because
At least certainly not if you're talking like small volume, which is like
no, yeah,
$2,000 a month.
yeah, but it's my business. So my
Right.
IRS, they want to know what's happening. So even I
True.
create a brand new LCC wallet and tell them, yeah, it's this much there and there. It shouldn't be any problem, no. But the only problem we have, or what you have, is the fluctuation of the currency. I mean, also the cryptocurrency.
Yes.
Because how you gonna keep? I mean, the advantage is that you have it in, let's say, 20 minutes. You definitely have it. Yeah. So in 20 minutes, the cryptocurrency shouldn't fluctuate that much. But this is okay for one transaction
Correct.
from the camera company to me, and I'm waiting on it, and then I convert it, and okay, no loss. Okay, that's good. But what if you have like a food stand? You know, the guys cannot always the convert. You can make somebody can write a kind of software which it automatically exchanges. No.
Yeah, and you know, and that was kind of where I was heading with this. And I don't know much about Coinami, but from what it looks like, they've already got a trading pair with Bitcoin and LCC. And I know the Cash App, you know, can convert fiat to Bitcoin and Bitcoin to fiat pretty quickly. And you know, you've got the LCC to Bitcoin thing on Coinami, so I would think it would be fairly quick.
Sure, but the question is how much fee do they charge for transferring,
No idea.
like
No idea.
not SEC to Bitcoin, but it's some 0 point something, 0.1, or it depends.
Yeah.
But from Bitcoin to dollar or to fiat, that's a different story, in my opinion.
And
Yeah,
why
it's
do you say
five.
that?
It's no, because some charge 5%, and for 5%, it's 5%. It's then it's cheaper than to use regular money for transfer.
Right. So one of my thoughts, and this is my only thought with it. I mean, those are all obstacles to use, and it's certainly more cumbersome than not to use LCC. But my thought was, as we're trying to find use cases for it, I mean, right now all I do is hodl it. I just have a whole bunch of LCC. That's it. It doesn't go anywhere. And I'm thinking if I maybe started circulating it, maybe in the process something could come up. I mean, and this is I
Yeah,
don't
I
know.
know. It's actually the problem. Pretty much every crypto coin has. It's like to decide what's the target. Are we, like we said last time, are we store of value or are we a payment system?
Yeah, and after talking to Rabtai's coworker there, it's got to be a use case. It's got to be a payment system, because as a store of value in and of itself, it probably doesn't make as much sense. At least the way I
Yeah,
see it.
because they're 6,000. No,
Totally.
not 6,000 with the same. No, it's 7,000 something. But it's kind of which have the same kind of encryption and so on. That's
Yeah,
what I meant. Yeah.
got it.
Most
So
of
we've
the
got Earl Sir
most
Sir
of the
and Rabtai.
Guys.
most of the
Hey.
coins most of the coins are forked, right? BTC forked.
Yes.
I mean, BTC came first, and then everything forked, and the Ethereum, and then fork, and EOS, and then fork, and this blockchain, that blockchain, everything is fork of the fork. So what is happening if you don't add something new? What's the use, right? You gotta first of all, you have to have something new than the original. Second of all, you have to have some kind of use case. If you don't have a use case, then what is the use of that cryptocurrency? Let's talk about the cryptocurrency, or it could be any monetary value, right? You print
Yes.
Sure.
you can just have a printer and print a new kind of money. You say, okay, I'm going to start a new kind of money, not dollar, not euro. I'm going to call it like a crazy cash. That's the
Yes.
paper money. Nobody going to use that. What is the use case of that? The crazy cash. Nobody will use it.
And so we are crazy
But
cash here.
but you build something, right? You said you found a easier way or cheaper way to make diamond, but you say you're gonna only accept crazy cash. Look at it. How the difference? See, people are gonna die for crazy cash because then they can buy a cheaper diamond with it. You see how's the value, increases of the cash or any cryptocurrency when you have a, use case.
Well, absolutely. I noticed one thing, and I still haven't figured out how to access it. But Minecraft, my kid is big into Minecraft, and
Yeah,
we're constantly bribing him with mine coins. And there's
yeah,
apparently a Satoshi quest, and I couldn't connect to their server. But you go and find a key through all these different quests in this Minecraft server, and once you find it, you earn a Bitcoin. And so I first wanted to figure out how it works. And once I figured out how it works, then I thought, I wondered if maybe we could use Ring in there, or create our own Minecraft server and you hunt for Ring. But while you're hunting, you're generating,
yeah.
cryptocurrency.
So recently, I think
Is
3 days
mine working?
ago, yeah, it's working.
Out of silencing it.
Yeah. So what I was saying, like 3 days ago, one guy approached to me in Telegram. He's like, "Hey, uh, do you know about cryptocurrencies and blah blah blah?" It's like, "Yeah." He's like, "Are you a developer?" I like, "Yeah, I don't think I'm a developer. I just write code sometimes." So he's like, "Hey, I have a product. Look at it." So the product is, I know Ozzy gonna be interested on this. The product is, it's a basic coin, right? It's a fork of, I think, Quantum or Qtum, whatever the coin is. It's a hybrid between Bitcoin and Ethereum. So the the coin been here for like 3 years, since 2017, and they did like a 60x jump in the price, and then it's back to 20 cents now. But what they are doing
Oh,
it is they are building a video game. So they are
Oh,
building a
welcome.
video game, and then they're gonna use the money, like they're gonna use that coin on top of it. So that's a perfect use case, right? So you have a video game, you can only use Litecoin Cash. How people gonna spend money inside with Litecoin Cash? So they have to buy Litecoin Cash from the exchange. The price gonna go up,
got it.
Mm.
and then their next product is virtual VR poker. So people can play poker virtual, like, so they put a headset like the one the Aussie is working on, like something like the party thing, right? So people wear
Yeah.
VR, and they go play poker, and they can only use
Rab, your
like
mic is
that
cutting out a
coin.
lot. It's just like dropping out. Can you either
So
lower the sensitivity or turn to push to talk?
hold on, let me see.
It's hard to follow you.
I listen to a lot of rap, uh, Oz, and so I'm used to it.
Okay, where is push to talk?
There we go.
Nice.
Is it better?
Mm,
Yes,
Well,
kind of.
Okay.
might be just a connection thing with Discord right now.
Could be. It's
Oh, that's better.
a lot of people are having problems just logging in. So
See,
what I
it's
was
cutting out
saying is,
even. You can see your own green circle like dropping out. Can you not?
no, when I talk, it's green. It's not green. When I don't talk, it's okay. So I lower down my sensitivity. Can you hear me good now?
It's a little
Sure.
better, yeah.
Okay. So what I
Yes,
was saying,
I can hear
like,
the kids.
yeah, they are downstairs. I'm just upstairs.
All cool.
So what I was saying is, you have to have a use case. If you have a game that you can only use particular coin, and if you have a virtual poker, like a VR poker, and you can only use particular coin, people have to, like, make a demand. Just you have to build a demand. You buy you create a product and let people buy it.
And I agree. So you're talking making a product. You may have cut out there again. Yeah, your mic's gone. Um, So that was I think I deafened myself somehow. But I was just talking about that. Had you Earl Sir Sir, are you at all? I say Earl Sir Sir, so Oz. Are you at
Yeah.
all? Are you at all part of the mine? Have you dealt with Minecraft? Have you played Minecraft? I never have.
No, I know. No, I know what it is. I'm right there. Like
Oh,
I
okay.
get it. I understand what it is, but I'm not like never actually played it, and I'm certainly not like in any kind of understanding of the social scene of it.
We are
Right.
just too old for that.
Yeah,
And that's
very
probably
much.
true. But
You
kids
only
who
know
are
about
into
it
it
'cause you're a kid.
they're into it in a huge way, and the way you buy stuff there is through mined coins. But my thought was, I guess, and I can just kind of reach out and start exploring that world, because based on what Rab's saying, there's probably some some sort of way to link in our cryptocurrency
Yeah.
with their
Oh,
coin
just
economy.
could be an API or something.
Okay.
How did they do it?
So that's interesting.
I mean,
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know how do they do it, because I just got to know that product like 3 days ago, and they've been trying to build a Mac wallet for 3 years, and I built
Hmm.
them a Mac wallet, so they are super happy. So they're gonna let me in.
Nice. What is
So
the thing you
I
were
will
cutting
be
out earlier? What is the actual name of this thing that you're talking about?
fantasy gold coin. That's the name of
Fantasy.
the
Gold.
coin. Yeah. So it's a project since 2017. Hybrid. I mean, it's not pure POS, but it's a POS algorithm, and it's a hybrid between Ethereum and Bitcoin. So you can make contracts and those kind of things. So the
Strange.
main developer is designing a game. I think they had a demo 4 or 5 days ago. So that's their plan, and the future plan is virtual, like a VR poker.
Yeah. Nice.
So I might be able to get, like, from some information, like, because I started talking to the main Dave. He probably be able to tell me like how things are working, like how they are implementing like the blockchain with the game. That would be a plus point for us.
Yeah.
So they say that they're the official cryptocurrency for the fantasy sports industry.
Yeah.
Is that true?
I don't know about it. I haven't done too much research. I mean, I
I
haven't done
mean,
a lot of research on it yet.
is there a quote unquote actual fantasy sports like entity, or is that just something you can say, because it's fantasy, you can just make it up?
I
We're number
mean,
one.
here's the thing. I can get that. I can get one of the guy next week to talk about, if you guys want me to.
Yeah, let's bring him on.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Let's chat
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah. So he said he was an investor in 2017. So he was just a community member, and team broke up. Some guys left. So now he's the team. So he's one of the team member now. But he started as an investor and supporter in
Okay.
2017. But
This is how
his
they
main
suck us in.
focus will be virtual poker. So his main thing is like virtual poker. He want to make that a big thing. So he might be interested to just talk hours for just poker. He loves poker, so
I
or
I don't really play poker. I don't know much about it, but I would love to hear what he has to say. I noticed that they're a SHA-256 algorithm, um,
yeah.
proof of stake.
Hmm.
Yeah, that would be really interesting to talk to him. So he's running this now.
Yeah. He is not actually running, but he's part of the team.
Okay,
So
got it.
I don't know how to say. He's not the main guy who is building things. So there's another guy called Nico, I think. Nico. He's the
Okay,
one, like, did all the blockchain, and he is the only guy who's completely writing a whole game, like a shooting game.
okay.
Looks like,
Wow.
yeah. So I
And
mean,
what's the
yeah, I
name of the
saw
guy
some of
you're
the
talking to?
screenshot and was like, F Society. Remember those Fox Society thing from like past? I don't know if you have
No.
heard about, like, I think, do you know about the TV series Mr. Robot or something.
No.
Okay, so that's the name from that, I think. F Society. Just look for it in the internet, you will see
Okay.
it. So
And what is the
yeah, I
name of
mean
the gentleman
he's
you're talking to?
hold on. Hey, hold on. Are you on his page? The team,
Yeah.
go to teams. Okay, so hold on. I forgot
But
his
don't look
name.
for F Society on Discord, because this is my private Discord. It's called F Society.
Nice.
Okay, hold on. His name is Eugene
Okay.
Saknov Poker
That's
VR
the
lead.
there you go. Okay.
Yeah.
That would be a
Yep.
blast to talk
So
to.
he has a really interesting stories, like the way he started 2017. He bought a coin, $600. He put $600 on that coin, right? The fantasy gold. And 2 days that coin did 60x. So he made 60,000 in 2 days. Dollar.
Wow.
Yeah. And but he was like, I regret selling it, because that coin did, I think, 100x or something. Two
Wow.
guys with a lot of money, I think they spent $2 million to just pump that coin that high. So I
Wow.
mean, it was like interesting interesting story. So I got 5,000 fantasy gold, because I built a Mac wallet for them, so they're super happy. They just send me. I didn't even ask, but okay, why not, right? It's free coin.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah. So it is interesting to just talk to him, and I've been talking to him for like, I think, 3-4 days, but I started talking to Dave now. So I mean, I told him about Ring, and he was like, "Oh, it's a really nice idea." So maybe some of that we can, or implement on Ring, or I mean, I don't know how big the gaming industry is going to be for Ring, or we're just going to have just tiny, match and mix and match, drag and drop thing, or are we going to have like something bigger in the future? So
I
it
think
should
the
be a
goal
thing
is
for us.
certainly something bigger.
Yeah, I mean, the idea is to work on a way to let game designers plug into an API or something and actually work with it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
that's interesting. So that you can
as long, I mean,
really just
sorry,
mention the
sorry, go
concept to
ahead.
any game developer, and they can just lock this API. Just allows them to plug right in, right?
I don't really know any details about it.
Yeah,
I just
I mean,
that's as far as I know.
that should be the,
Okay,
yeah,
fair enough.
that should be the case. Yeah.
Well, yeah, if you could get them on, I'll reach out to this Satoshi's Treasure that's
Yeah.
doing the hunt for so when you
Yeah,
reach
I
out
heard
to these
about that
people,
Satoshi Treasure. Yeah.
what do you know about it?
What do you mean,
I
the
gave
project?
Satoshi Treasure. I gave up at
Oh,
the first tip they gave. I mean, tip hint where to find and what to find, because it was all over the world. So you need kind of $1 million to find $1.1 million.
Oh wow.
No, I mean, meaning traveling around the world, and they say, no, it's not that bad. You can some things you can look up in Google Earth and everything. Oh, okay.
Oh, I see. So this is different. I was thinking the one from Minecoin. So that's the one I'm going to reach out
I
for.
saw
Is
yeah, no, was it half year ago, the Satoshi Treasure? Because I still got emails from there's a new hind, and I was like, uh, where can I say unscript? I don't want to get this message anymore.
so yeah, this is a Bitcoin Minecraft treasure hunt, Satoshi Quest.
yeah, I
How
saw that. I was there one time. Uh, I mean, it's definitely not easy to just find Bitcoin, right? So
right. Well, I'll look into that some more. Again, I mean, I'm just kind of like so over my head, but I could at least make contacts. When you reach out to like this fantasy gold, Rab, what's your approach? What's your angle when you just reach out and say hi? To get where you're building them a Mac wallet.
I mean, here's the thing. So recently I joined a trading group on Telegram, right?
Okay.
So day traders, like, they send you signals, and you look for the signals, you learn few stuff. It's interesting. Like, I like playing poker, and I think trading is just like a poker. You play, you play
Okay.
weekends, and when you have a good hands, you go all in. You do 3x, 4x, you make money, right? I mean, I feel like there is some connection between poker and some kind of connection between poker and trading, like a cryptocurrency trading. I don't know. I never did stop trading. I did like 2 years ago, but never made any money. I mean, even in cryptocurrency, I'm not making any money, but it's fun, right? It gives you excited. It makes you
Right.
anxious, and it keeps your heart pumping. Oh my God, the coin is going down, and you make a strategy like, I even so I took some break from working on HivePool 3.0. It's almost done. I was distracted. I'm actually I built a bot for trading on Binance. So it's like my personal bot. Just do some, it does few stuff for me. Nothing
Okay.
special, nothing fancy, but it works. So I was like literally just working on that. So it just
And in
follows
the
like
process of
regular
working on
rules.
that,
It's not. And yeah, exactly. So I was talking to I was talking on the group. I was telling them about, like, how I started crypto, the crypto world, and I was telling them, like, few stuff. And one guy's like, "Hey, I need to DM you. Can I DM you?" You know, and I said, "I mean, why not? You can just, not a problem. You can just DM me." So Eugene is like, "Hey, I have a product. Look at it." So he gave me the website, and he sent me the Explorer, and they are working on their own uh, exchange. Like, yeah, I'm just in beta right now, but soon it will be coming in. Not much information. I can talk about a lot about it. Still, like, in
sure.
the beta phase. And so he's like, okay, I mean, website looks cool, coin looks cool. He told me about the game, sent me some screenshot, and he told me about what he wants to do is a virtual, for the virtual poker. I was like, dude, I love video game, I love
Yeah.
poker, and I love coin. So what is not to like about this? I mean, like, I love your project. And then I just went to their website, and they didn't have a wallet for Mac. And I was like, oh, dude, you guys don't have Mac. I have Windows, I have Linux, but my personal, like, the go to computer is Mac. I was like, oh, that sucks. So I thought about, like, why not build one then? If they don't have it, I need wallet, right? So I just build one wallet, and they just put it on their GitHub right now, so for other people to access. So
Fantastic.
that worked pretty good. And
Yeah.
I mean,
Is building a wallet
it's
for
not a
Mac
lot of
similar to
work
just
to
compiling
be.
one for Linux?
Yep, exactly like same. You just have to provide extra attributes, like parameters, because you have to tell the compiler, like, this that's for the Mac. Other than that, exactly same. I mean, it's not a lot of work, to be honest with you. It took me a night. I had few glitch here and there, but it took me a night. I fixed it, but they are like super excited because there was no
Is
Mac
it like
Lite, and people have been
is
asking
it
for
like the
years.
Qt style? Does it have an interface or is it
Yeah,
just a like a
cute,
node style?
exactly. Qt style, like just like an app you install in Mac. You
Nice.
double click your DMG file, right?
It's
Just
very
like
cool.
any other Mac. Like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, just like any other app. You double, just like
Hmm.
Litecoincash wallet. You double click on Mac, it open up the actual wallet like Qt.
It's cool.
So I mean, and
Okay. Good
then
for you, man.
once I did that, and they were happy. They were happy about, like, now he started sharing me, more information. So he said he can do next week. So he will be here next week.
Cool.
Oh, perfect. That was quick.
That
Yeah.
Well,
will be, yeah, that will be interesting. Yeah,
The power of
that
networking.
will be,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
excellent.
that is.
You're our booker, man.
Hey, the way I think, okay, I'm involved in Litecoincast, like, because I've been involved with Litecoincast for more than 2 years. But for me, it's like, if I expand my network and I get information, I think it's a good thing, because people probably
Networking
gonna
is
think, oh,
everything.
he's involved. Everything, exactly. Network. You guys talk to Rob. He has like more than 100K followers. How?
Right.
It's all about networking. He spends days and hours talking to them. Like when he met me for lunch, I was impressed right away. So I mean,
Hmm.
so he has the capacity, right? He has that charisma to impress people, and he's building network. So building network within cryptocurrency is a big thing, and I think it's
It,
must. You
it
should do
it's
that.
it's it's
You know,
ev- it's everywhere. It's everywhere the same. When I was 15 years ago, when I was just an employee, and my girlfriend back then, she was already higher rank in some SAP, IT stuff, and she was like, "Yeah, you have to network. You have to network." And I said, "What for? I got my customers and I got this and that's it." But when I started my own companies, it was totally different. Without network, you lost.
I mean, devil. I mean, like exactly like you said, dude. Without network, you are lost. Exactly. You just, you read my mind. I was going to say that. Like, it doesn't matter. It's just not cryptocurrency. Any kind of business, right? You have to have network. And let's say, you find a different project and you like it. You talk to them. You know about their product, and we can implement those things on other other cryptocurrency. Like, we can implement whatever the ring is going on with other cryptocurrency, other project, and we can use like whatever going on their project to our project, right? It could be collaborated. I mean, that's how I feel, right? I mean, but not all everybody think that way.
No, I think that's 100% what we're doing. Is as I'm kind of developing an understanding here, what I see is exactly that. That it's going to be an ecosystem of coins, and every coin's going to have its own little purpose or niche or use case. But that's how the future looks. I can't imagine a crypto ecosystem without thousands of coins. I don't think it'll just like come down to one coin.
And also look at it like Bitcoin is the father or godfather. I mean, the grandfather of whatever, like everything, right? Without Bitcoin, there wouldn't be a Bitcoin.
Hmm.
So you can't just literally say,
Correct.
this is my coin, this is my product. No, you fork Bitcoin, then that's how you get your coin. You know what I mean? Like, or concept, even just you copying concept from someone else or ideas from someone else, right? It's like you borrowing, or I don't know if you're copying for someone, but at least the product was already there. So I don't think you can necessarily
Exactly.
claim. I don't think you can claim like it's like, hey, the earth is mine. No, it's not yours.
And I mean, you think about any of the great, huge products that we use today, none of them were first on the scene. Like, the iPhone, iTunes, that came after many, many different MP3 players. So yeah, I kind of like our developers' approach in that they're I feel like they're kind of finding their feet a little bit, because Ring is definitely a very different thing than LCC was. Look,
Yeah.
feel, everything about it. And it kind of goes from project to project, right? As they build out what this is that they're building, you basically have, your ownership of LLC transfers into the new coin, which transfers into the new coin, and you just kind of roll your investment forward that way. Is that right? From a
The,
value
the,
standpoint?
the thing is with cryptocurrency comparing to other products is that there is no copyright protection because it's open source. It's a curse or good, whatever.
Yeah. Well, that's where the
That's interesting.
application layer comes in. The blockchain layer itself should be open source because that's the part that needs to be, the most trusted because that's where all the information is held. But the application layers on top of that don't necessarily have to be open source.
Exactly. We're back
Okay.
to the
So
we're back to the copyright stuff.
so Tipsy, for instance, Tipsy is yours, right? No one else can use Tipsy.
Well, I mean, right, yes. No one has even seen the code other than me.
Okay. And so that's what you're talking about, is that's your application layer.
Yeah, well, I mean, yes, basically, because I'm interacting with all these different blockchains, but the blockchains themselves, you can go and see that they're trustworthy. And that's where yes, as an application developer, I am going to have to build a level of trust with my audience. That's reason I've enjoyed being in this community for so long now that I kind of have a large amount of people that understand I'm not out to scam them. So
Right.
especially in this space, you start coming at them from any angle. Hey, put your money into my product, and people are going to be like,
Right.
I don't know about you.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm working hard to try to build something that will always work. That's why I'm so slow to release the next version that I'm working on. I am making sure it is airtight because I don't want anything to fuck up. If it, that's the point, is to build a solid product with good logic that works. I just having it in here,
I
I
mean,
was able to
I,
find so many ways that it was being exploited in different ways that I didn't think of, and so patching and things had to occur. So just like what we're experiencing now, honestly.
I
So as you've
always,
interacted with
I've been all
LCC,
sorry, my
oh,
bad.
go ahead,
No,
please.
Rap, what's up?
what I was saying, the HivePool is here because of Tipsy. I've been always telling that. Like, I wrote HivePool because of Tipsy. Like, I saw Tipsy, I was like, oh, awesome. Why shouldn't I know how to code. Why shouldn't I
Yeah.
create a bot, right? So I started like, what, language should I use? I have never done Python. I did JavaScript and C++ Java, and I was like, oh, maybe I look like a Node.js sounds better than
Right.
learning Python. So I just started,
Yeah.
and then Ozzy helped me a lot. Like, I used to get stuck, and like I used to ask him like super stupid questions, and I was like, oh my goodness, it was that easy. I
Well,
really
a lot of
appreciate him,
times
and
the
he
easy
helped me
things
a
are
lot.
right. They're right under
He
your
helped me a
nose. You don't
lot.
know they're
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
You have to be shown,
Exactly. Yeah.
like,
He
look
helped
at
me.
this.
Hmm.
Oh.
That's true. Yeah, I know. Once you figure out, then I mean, I was like, I didn't even know how bot worked. Used to work, right? I was like,
Yeah.
how's that possible? Like you can tip it. If people say like off chain, on chain. I was like, what in the hell is that? Like how can you even do that? I mean, so many crazy. I mean,
I was
I
the
just
same
remember
way.
like it's
I
like
built Tipsy like I
yeah.
said last time. I built it because I saw the combination of those other two bots in that other server. I was blown away by the whole idea of what we can play with it here in chat, and I just started on it. Like it's just a journey you have
Yeah.
to, for any developer out there that ever listens to this recording, just do it, man. Just jump in
I
because
mean,
you can't sit there and overthink it or you'll never get there. You have to just start trying and start failing, and that's where you learn.
the way I learned,
So
you
have
have
you,
to start a product. You have to know some like, okay, don't stop
Right.
writing just hello world
Yeah.
console.com hello world and you are you are a developer. No. First, okay, I'm gonna write a product, start writing it. That's what I did with the
Mhm.
hype. And I mean that's what I'm doing
Yeah.
with other product, whatever I'm trying to write. I just write the first description, author's name and date, and then that's it. Start the product right away.
And you're doing the same thing as me. Now you're coming out with the new Hive pool because you've learned over these years of using it and how it's being used, what better ways to do everything. So you've re-architectured it like I'm re-architecturing Tipsy. We're going to come out with better products, but we just started. This is going to be Tipsy
Yeah.
version 3, to be honest. And it's like big version
nice.
updates too, like giant upgrades to its entire core system. So I've rewritten this thing twice at least.
That's awesome. This is
Yeah.
a
And
lot
that's
of
the
work. How
thing.
many hours do
That's
you
the
put into
thing
this?
nowadays, that you don't have to really invent the wheel 1,000 times.
True. How many hours do you put into this a week?
Me, I've lost count. I mean, it's basically my spare time hobby. If I'm not working on something, I mean, right now I'm building up the club night and I'm working on that, but
Totally.
it's all still revolving around my greater plans for Tipsy. Bringing it into virtual reality and doing things like that. So everything I'm doing, it's like half haphazard, half planned. I'm just sort of seeing where things roll. But like as long as you have good seeds for what you're planning and each of your projects that you're doing are on a good path, I don't know, like they have a pathway. Eventually they'll all come together, hopefully, if you're designing them correctly.
Tipsy is your muse,
I
and
mean,
you just follow
first,
the muse.
yeah, Tipsy is awesome. I like her. I mean, I like I agree with you because I started writing a code, and then every time I write something, and I was like, I think there's a better way. Maybe I can make it better, And then Hive 1.0, and then oh man, Hive 2.0, I'm gonna do something else. So I literally wrote the whole code differently in Hive 2.0. Now Hive 3.0, half of the code is same, but the architecture is completely different.
Right. Yeah. That's where I'm at too. Because number 2, I had rewritten it and put the levels in and did all the stuff. Then number 3, yeah, I have good ideas from what I was writing my last one, but I of course now I'm going to be doing things a little better. So got to re-architecture them.
Yeah, I mean the way
That's
things
awesome.
were. I mean, and also like for Hive 3.0, I had to completely rewrite some of the stuff because that will be for LCC and Ring, both coins, right? So commands should be separated, like database should be separated, and everything should be like, some things you have to combine, so share resources, and some things will be separated because there will be two separate coins, two different server, or even one server, or two different. And I'm adding Telegram to Hive 3.0, so now it's completely different thing. I spend hours to just learn how to make bot for Telegram. I didn't know that before. So I mean, it's interesting. Sometimes it's like, oh my goodness, how many hours I spend? Like hours, I don't even have time.
I talk about
One question I had for you, Oz, is I mean, you've worked with different blockchains, I'm guessing, for Tipsy. Is there anything uniquely advantageous about LCC that you found?
I- I honestly, I personally don't like. I have not delved that far into crypto. It's funny to say that, being what I am, but like I am so
Right.
much in the application layer of things that
I see.
just I like I basically have stuck around for the community. This has been a really great community and a great experience. And I do see, talking to the devs and the team, I see where their drive is and I see where they're going. And Ring is really cool. And when everything gets worked out and gets rolling, I'm really excited
Yeah.
for the future of it. Um, as far as LCC itself goes, I don't really know what it can be used for other than just a straight up cash money, kind of what it
Right.
was designed to be. It's not really, we don't really have like layers of data storage or any kind of like, smart contracts or anything on top of it. So
Also,
it's just kind of,
as of right now, you don't have a use case, right, for LCC as of right now. But I don't know the
Right.
future plan. But
right.
as of right now, we don't have a
I think a
use
lot
case.
of cryptocurrency was originally created as the use case to just be money.
Money,
Correct.
yeah.
Correct.
But things have
It's like Rabtai's
changed.
Crazy Cash, right? Crazy Cash with
Yeah,
spell it with a K. It just I mean, and yet I mean the
yeah,
fact that this
with the
turned
K,
into
yeah.
the Hive. I mean, and it seems that one possible use case for this, or how do I put it? One feature of LCC seems to be that it is a very stable coin security, a very secure coin with low volume. Now,
And
I don't know where that's a
and
great use case.
also
Go ahead.
It's a good trading case.
low
Yeah.
hardware requirement. Low hardware requirement. That would be one
Yeah.
selling point. You don't
Okay.
need crazy
Hive
miners,
mining
like
is
you
great.
can mine. Great, exactly. Yeah, you can just use your. I mean, you might not make a lot of profit, but you can mine using your laptop.
Just want to check out my little live stream at the moment. This is upgrades to the club for our night.
Nice.
So I'm watching the stream right now.
So
That's
so Devil for next week. Devil
that's
for next
awesome.
week. If you want to
Yeah.
tweet if you want to tweet about the guest, you can go to the website and grab his name and maybe make a
Yeah.
dance or something for
Or
next
put it
week.
in the mods channel.
Okay.
Perfect. I'll do some research on them as well and Fantasy Gold, bone up on what's going there. So with when I get my VR
Yeah.
thing here, Oz, which I'm gonna have, I should have it by next week, so I can enter this realm and like inhabit it. I can walk around. I could catch like LCC logos.
It'll go through your hand, but yes.
Okay, very good.
I can't make
No,
those particular ones grabbable, but that's coming for being able to play
yeah,
with things.
make them grabbable and like in the TV games. where you're in a tube, and they're floating around, and you can grab as
Mhm.
much as you want, and then you can keep the money.
I would love to. The way that this system works, that's a particle emitter system, and those are just billboard sprites. Those aren't actual mesh objects that you can interact with. They're just sort of in the visual layer.
They're sprites. I like of them as a sprite. So I noticed that Tipsy. I'd never thought about Tipsy having a backside. So you've given her a maybe like having a B shape, kind of.
Mhm.
She's, and that was intentional, reminiscent of a B.
Well, the B shape sort of happened once I made the texture to lay on the sphere. What I did, because Tipsy's is, I needed the rest of it, obviously. So I just duplicated the face underneath itself and sized it up. So when you look
Oh,
at it laid out, it's just Tipsy's face in this big ripple of, outlines. But when I wrapped it
okay.
around the sphere, it ended up having this like almost bee-like quality. And the way it kind of like right at the back there, it just makes the little wings butt thing.
Right.
But it turned out great. I love it. It's a happy accident. That's what I mean by like haphazard, but just roll with it. Hey,
Yeah.
there's Devil right there. Look at him. Look at this guy up in the
Oh,
club.
there he is. That's awesome. Mohawk.
Yeah, I
I
mean,
am. Oh wow. Now
I'll
we're
take you
looking
on a tour.
around.
I'll take you on a tour real quick.
Yeah, let's do
Okay,
Uh,
it.
so
out of
so
here.
whose screen is this?
You,
Yours? Who
this
is
is
watching it right
this is
now?
mine.
Okay.
So this is
You
where
start.
the bouncer is.
You start here. You spawn here in my cryo chambers because this is a cryo
Okay.
transport ship. You to the club in the
Nice.
blink of an eye.
And then you
You come out and see
go to the club.
here's the ship. Let me just look. Worked hard on all the little glow and all the little crap, blinky lights. Anyway, yeah, you're walking up and look. You can see the banners for the night. They advertise and
So
everything.
cool.
Walk like they're stories tall here. These things are big.
Nice.
Oh wow.
Inside, and then of course you've got the club. You've got the pink side and the blue side. It's just sort of a
And the tipsy
reminiscent of
there.
video games.
Behind
Yeah,
the
and then I changed the
metal.
disco ball out and I changed the lights out so they're green and white, raining down all the LCC. So when you're on the dance floor, and I made the dance floor look like honey. It's actually reflecting Tipsy there. You can sometimes see.
That is beautiful.
So
That is
yeah,
beautiful.
I just wanted to theme the night out. I even look at the bar signs. I even put an LCC ice cube in the glass and got a little Tipsy olive there. So.
That is fantastic. Is the one a baby bottle on the shelf there?
Bottle,
Nope,
no.
just alcohol with a.
That's a 40,
I
son.
was like, I'm like, who is going to be in this club? Okay,
So
that's
I
right.
also did
Straight up
I also
alcohol.
did some cool just some cool shaders so that there's
Ooh,
visuals on the screen. And,
nice.
it's just chill and fun. Like it's not too distracting, but gets the point across. Then you got your
I.
VIP lounges. You got blue side and pink side both up in here, and you can't
What is
teleport to
that?
these tunnels.
The that,
This is my VIP lounge. There's a blue one over there. You go to each side. You can it gets you away from the music. It's a little quieter. You can chat. You
okay.
can
Nice.
hang out and chill. The audio is spatial, so the closer you are to the dance floor, the
Did
louder the music is.
Oh wow.
you disable the audio, or is it
Oh no,
just?
I cut it out. I can put it back though. I have to search for your thing. Here, watch this, guys. Oh, if it'll come through, but
Oh, nice.
what did you search for? It is a live on Dave Cube. What was it?
I saw that. No, I killed it already.
Oh.
Because I got 34 claims from YouTube.
Yeah,
Give
I
it a
had cut it off.
problem.
But what I've done is so right now you like see the big screen is just showing Tipsy up there.
Uh-huh.
The way that audio works in AltSpace is that wherever you put the video browser, that's the source of the audio. So I actually cleverly stuck it under the dance floor. And there's a camera down there pointed at it. So when it loads, it will actually load on top of what you're seeing there. You can see kind of the widescreen. It will actually change into a YouTube stream or a live stream or whatever I put up there.
Were you able to connect with Tanner about maybe putting some, because he has a YouTube channel for his demo scene stuff?
That would be cool too, just if we could, whatever, because I can have audio coming out of like I can basically set up a separate account have it be sitting here at the DJ booth, be dressed like Tanner or whatever, or he can do it.
Yeah.
And then stream audio straight out of, like put an audio stream right into your computer, or use like a virtual audio cable to loop your output back to your input, and then you just have that coming out of the avatar while we have a live stream on screen that can hopefully be muted from the side of Tanner, because dueling audio in here would suck.
Yeah.
There's a microphone. If
So
you
you're
want.
saying each avatar potentially can have its own audio feed or broadcast?
It's because it's what we speak with. So as we're talking, audio
we
will
talk to
come out
each
of a
other.
person. So
We're
instead of using
literally
your
being,
microphone, you're using a line in, basically.
it's like being in a virtual world, but you talk to each other, communicate with each other, right? Just like Sims.
I know that.
Whatever.
If you're too
what do
far
you
away
say?
from each
Second
other, you
Life
won't
or
hear.
something.
Everything is spatial.
Second Life or
like
something. Yeah.
like if I was
And
over
you can-
here,
Oh wow.
wouldn't
And
be
you
able
can
to hear
sing
him
like
talk.
You can sing like Frank Sinatra.
There's a lot of things about the stage area that I'm eventually going to work out and make more customizable and things. This is all just, hey man, it's placeholder. I only just built
Yeah.
this
It's
place.
funny. It's funny. I can see myself now, because normally you don't.
You don't
see
see it, yeah.
yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, I know you want to see. Yeah, but like, yeah, you look good, man. I got you. If you come back here, here's the secret. All right, guys. Like, here's the big thing. If you come back here, which you can get to anywhere, here we
Yeah.
go.
Oh, that's Tipsy.
Okay.
There's an area.
I love it.
There's an area back here where Tipsy is, and what you can do is you come up and you'll click here to check in, and it knows that I've already checked in because I'm testing and I've already checked in. But
Okay.
basically, all you have to do is eventually you're gonna. I haven't put the command in here yet, but you're just gonna type !Alt VR here in Discord. That will give you. Tipsy will say, "Hey, here's your PIN code. Come into AltSpace. You use your PIN code on one of these machines.
Enter
Will
what?
then it
Enter
links
one
your
time
accounts
Why?
and yeah.
Why Devil doesn't have pants on?
I was just going to ask the question. Yes.
I never have pants on.
But when your pants aren't on, you have nothing there.
We don't have legs in this. There's no legs. It's
Oh, you
just
don't have
bodies.
legs?
We
Oh,
don't have
okay.
arms either. Look, it's just
Man.
hands. So it's like a torso with a head and two hands.
Okay. That's weird.
It works. It's kind of
Well,
fun.
because when you're in a dance club, you never really know what to do with your. So now the hands just go there to grab. You don't have to worry about it.
Okay, well, that's
So
if you're on a
also,
PC.
Ozzy, you
Like
can
if
just
you have
it's on
controllers,
Oh,
you can move
Ozzy,
them
right?
around.
Let's sit down. Oh, hi, Christy.
Hey, yeah, see, Christy's here and she's got her
Oh.
hands.
Hello, Chrissy.
She got hands.
Hands.
I think she's listening you're in the Discord.
I was going to say she
Hive
Yeah,
danced.
she's in the Discord.
That looked like a waltz move there for a minute.
So you can.
let me
okay,
show
let's
you.
say
I'll show you some cool
hey,
stuff.
one question before you say if you go further. So if I don't have VR, I can still be able to just.
I don't have
go there
VR.
on
I'm on my
computer
PC
and
right
watch
now.
it. Oh, you don't. Oh, okay.
This is just
Oh,
a Windows
great.
app. I'm
Awesome.
running right on my
Okay.
other monitor right now. Just whee.
Do they
It's like a
have?
video game.
Do
I'm using
they have Mac?
WASD to move around. No,
Do
it's
they have
PC only,
Mac?
unfortunately.
PC one. Okay, I need
I
to.
hate that they don't have
I need
Mac.
to-
Trust me, I
Yeah.
wanted
Yeah.
Sanita to get in there too. She's
They
only got
don't
Mac.
have Mac, so that's why I got the Oculus Rift, because
Yeah.
otherwise I
Yeah.
couldn't be a part of it.
It's so worth it to get in here in VR. It changes everything. Because like you see how when I turn, things kind of distort on the edges of the monitor,
Yeah.
like it's a widescreen.
Yep.
That does not happen when you're in there. It's everything's very spatially realistic.
It's like
it's wild.
360, right? 360. Yeah.
So it's super cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Let
So
me
what
show
we're
you.
watching here is like somebody who's high or drunk is the PC version. And when you're in VR, it's like, okay, I'm sober. I know where I'm going and what I'm doing. It's just a different feel.
The only thing what I just recognized, we don't have it in the later on recording because it's video.
Quick question, Cosco.
So the last 15 minutes, are like people don't know what we're talking about.
Explain that. So my username in AltSpace is Cause. It's just sticking with the AUS thing, and and I kind of was just riffing on the idea of Costco and I just was like Auscoi Industries, and so that became actually if it spiraled once again. It was just a haphazard little thing. Has spiraled into it is now going to become. Here's the top of the club, by the way. It's now going to become the internal game world fictional corporation of all of the worlds I build. Everything I do is going to be under this fictional corporation in game only, not like a real thing. So that like they all tie together in sort of a narrative story world. This you want to see the whole thing?
Okay,
You can just
so
just
that
float
whole
away.
thing, what you were saying was kind of cut out. All I heard was a narrative.
Well, it was just the Costco part. Costco Industries is a fake in-game corporation that I made up to kind of house all the things I make. Like this right here is my Costco cryo
Got it.
transport ship and Costco Industries,
Got it.
dance club, and it's just kind of a joke that working off my name, and it helps it not only put my signature on things, but it also just it's going to work later when I want to eventually make a video game and use my existing worlds, and then I can tie it all together with an existing narrative that people already know about.
Very cool. The
Long game
takeover.
stuff, man. Long game.
Okay, I love it.
You can actually, I like this too. This is my favorite part. You can come down here, like hang out underneath where the Jetsons inspiration.
That's cool.
It's going to be fun. And that's two, let's see, 1, 2, 3 Saturdays from today or from tomorrow, right?
Is it?
Is it
Let's see,
3? Yeah, it is. Yep.
1, 2, 3, yeah.
Don't
I want
remind me.
to I see Fred listening. Hi Fred. I want to talk to the team about a raffle giveaway, and we need to get that set up, and I want to start putting promotion out and getting, because that's what's going to get people interested in showing up for who don't have anything to do with crypto. They're just like, why should I come to a crypto party? Hey,
Right.
just by showing up and checking in with this bot back here. In fact, that's part of this thing. If you look, I put going to get an automatic raffle entry when
Okay.
you check in with Tipsy. So you don't have to do anything. And I'm actually going to build for us, for the party, a way to select from those raffles. It's going to be a button. It's going to be over here on the DJ booth, and it's going to blank out the screen and show who the raffle winner is, and also recorded inside of Tipsy. So we'll,
That's awesome.
I'm having a lot of fun with this. Honestly,
I
this
love
is
it.
way more fun than I ever intended it for it to be. And
I mean, it's
originally, I was just kind
definitely
of getting into it to goof around.
fun because you are building a new world, right? Whatever you want.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
part of it.
Yeah.
Building the dance club
Yeah.
at least.
Yes, fun. Yeah.
Want to see something
All
really
right,
cool?
guys.
I'll show
Yes.
you one more. This is
Okay.
the since you guys are technically VIPs, I'm going to show you the VIP lounge that is very secret.
So the VIP.
Yes. So so I built this awesome little place back here because I said, what can I do back here? And I
Yeah.
said, well, I need to put a dumpster, just why not? Like, and of course, some of these in. But the joke
Sell
is,
some drugs.
yeah. Well, see, the joke is, you just gotta admit to yourself that you're complete garbage before you can get into the VIP lounge.
Nice.
Wow.
It's the hollow lounge, so everything in here, as you can see, is kind of a hologram.
Yeah.
All the walls are hologram, and no one can see you in here, but they can hear you. So if you're talking, people underneath you and around you, they have no idea where you are.
Don't talk.
Well, that's the idea. Is the VIP lounge is to come up here and look. You can just watch the whole party, just hang out and have to. You
Maybe
can just
mute
watch
them.
people walk around the entire club.
Maybe don't you think it would be better if they can't hear you?
Or if they what? You cut out.
If they can't hear you?
Can't stop that. I wish I could do that and put audio blockers up.
Yeah.
That's just not a
Yeah.
thing that exists.
Can't, you won't,
Okay.
don't stop. So you go to the garbage. That's the VIP lounge. I love layers upon layers of VIP lounges. It's like my place doesn't have just one VIP lounge. There are many.
So here's what happened. I put this in here, so when you come in here, it's just solid black. So I had to put some bright geometry to guide you. It's this green I love
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like, oh, that's the way I go. And then you come up here, and then it just sort of, then it becomes clear, like, oh, I see. Like, you could try to
I
go up,
was
but you see,
dumpster diving.
See how it's like can't see the wall until you get like kind of next to it. It's kind of a cool effect.
So did you, Ozzy, did you learn from the scratch, or you already knew stuff
A lot of
before?
this you're seeing is brand new learning. I mean, I used to design
Nice.
maps back in the day for Team Fortress, but that's, so I have some basics of understanding of how to move around in
Yeah,
a 3D space and how to,
yeah,
create meshes and put them together. But and all this lighting, all this cool effects, all this stuff, I've had to learn all this stuff within the last few months.
yeah.
That's
That's
impressive. That is very
pretty
cool.
cool. Yeah,
Had
that
a
is
lot of
impressive.
time, man. We had
Yeah.
a quarantine going on. It was like, what the hell am I gonna do? Just
Right.
hang out. I could have just kept on with the same stuff, but all my friends were posting about like, oh, it's the perfect time to learn something new. So I said, hey, all right,
New, yeah.
something I've wanted to get into, and especially, I actually got into alt space before I even started building any of this stuff. I was actually hanging around just like Devil is right now on PC only, just
Mm.
talking to people, just meeting people, because it's a really cool space to be in. Honestly, it's just it's like being anywhere, any social scene, and you can just hang out at a campfire, talk to folks, go to worlds together, play games sometimes, do whatever. But so I was just in here chatting, you know, in at home by myself all the time and meeting people online. And then I finally got an Oculus Quest, and the whole experience upgraded. I mean, it just actually being there. It's weird because
Mute your microphone in the AV.
sorry, there we go. Double audio for him. Sorry. What was I saying? He interrupted my thoughts.
Sorry.
You were just talking about you created the space.
I mean, generally, I forgot about this. I forgot the specific thing I was talking about there.
Yeah, so you were talking about you just taking your downtime with the quarantine to learn how to do all this, and then you just go around hanging around. You got the
Oh,
Oculus
yeah.
Quest.
Right. I got the Oculus in it. Yeah, I was just saying, like being able to. I had built. Here, actually, I'll show you real quick. I'll go to my first world I built was just my apartment because I was incredibly bored and sitting at home, and I had nothing else to model off of except the interior of my apartment. So I measured everything and did it exactly to scale. And then I went through and I painted it. I got it all like set up. There's not a lot of furniture because I got too busy on the exterior, which you're about to see. It's fun live streaming. I've actually never done this. This world takes forever to load because I didn't know what I was doing. The club loads like instantly. Okay. Blah, blah. Oh gosh, hold on. No. Gone. Right. I had to mute that or it would be really loud all of a sudden. But anyway, so this is the inside of my apartment. My dining room, my living room, my bedroom over
Nice.
here.
But I checked out how to build something. It takes you forever.
I mean, I modeled all of this
It
from
does.
scratch. You could see like I'm not exactly. I kind of cut corners here. I was obviously just like I'm making very low poly stuff. I wasn't trying to be super
Yeah.
detailed. The detail
Yeah.
comes through in the texturing, which is a whole process in itself. See that really fine paint texture, which is that's nice.
And
Bathroom is my favorite. Look at this. It's nice.
what is
Oh,
your
hey.
what is your machine? What is your machine like a computer specification that you need to
Oh,
build this? Like, do you
my
need
computer
like
at
a
home is not really that great. I'm on my work machine right now, which is a little beast. But,
Oh yeah,
What,
that
what
makes
is
sense.
it really AltSpace does not require a lot of computing power because it's made to run on mobile devices. So the Oculus Quest and the Go and stuff can run it. So a crappy little PC can run it no problem. You can actually change the settings and stuff to change the quality settings if you need to. I modeled out these lamps and everything. Yeah, man, you just start with a cylinder or a cube or something, and you just stretch and pull and extrude and stretch and pull, and eventually you have a shape, and then you put texture on it, and then it's a thing. You put lights around it. But ta-da!
I just have an odd thought of when in the Genesis, first book of the Bible, right? When God creates the world, he's like, you just start with the ball, you stretch it here, put a light there, add
Yeah.
some texture. Now I got
So
a bunch of animals running around.
So here's the thing. So I was like, I'll get to all the fun exterior in a minute here. I was doing this exterior. I made a really nice the place I live at is called the Residences. It's the dumbest name in the world, but I only made mine, so it's called the Residence. Then I made this one over here, which is a mirror copy, but instead of lighting it properly, I lit it with LEDs, which is where this is where I started to get the idea for the club. I was like,
Okay.
like, all right, this is cool looking, and like these are just tubes. They're just cylinders stretched along, and then I just gave them a glowing green texture. And you do light map baking, where you actually it takes like 30 minutes to an hour. It's like all the little rays and particles coming off of this obviously get baked into everything. All the reflections get baked in.
Hmm.
So all of this is actually preloaded. You're not calculating this stuff real time, which is actually why it's so performative. You don't.
That
There's
makes
no
sense.
lighting. The actual avatar is only being lit by the one directional light, which is the sun in the. And so even if I'm inside like this, you can see I'm still
Hmm.
going to have. It doesn't matter. And normally in games, yes, it does matter, but in alt space, they've made it not matter so
You don't
that
have a
people
shadow?
can. No, there's very little shadowing, if any, in this.
Hmm.
Anyway,
Well,
so I built a little deck up here. I thought this was just fun, just having a good time with this. At this point, I'm just creating and building and learning how to texture and learning how to do pretty things like get that sunset to go across the wood.
hmm.
Every stupid little thing is like this its own. If you ever want to make a video game, there's a lot of work, man. Like I understand why it takes teams of people a long time to make these things because if you want it to look good,
Yeah, I
it
mean,
is just
these
a
days,
ton
all
of
these video
people.
games, they looks real. They look real,
Yeah.
like real, you know.
Yeah.
So
So hey, look at
this
alt space.
this
You
it
can.
takes long.
Well done. I have to run to my next appointment. My day is still going,
Sure.
but thanks for this, guys.
Here, I'll
So
show you.
we've got next week. Yes.
So I was gonna show you the part under my house.
Do you access it through a dumpster?
It's just my house is just on an island floating above this
The house is the dumpster.
lawn. So the thing is, I call it the kaleidoscope because it just slowly, triply, just moves, just kind of drifts
What is
along.
it? Did you create that, or was it just there?
I created it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it took a
This
long
is
time to make
where.
this happen. It's a wall. Like I'll show you. I'll just go up to it. Like it's a shiny chrome geometric wall reflecting itself multiple times. It's an incredibly trippy. Trust me, when you're here with the Oculus, you can get lost in these little mirrors. It's like a hall of mirrors down here.
Wow.
You could always see the island though. I don't know,
I
man. It's
love
just
it.
it's a good time. It's a
I
good time
mean,
in here. You're gonna have fun.
you build an apartment. Now you added a nightclub. I mean, this is pretty awesome.
You know what's
You have
actually
used your quarantine time well.
I'll give you one quick anecdote of why I even started this because I think I mentioned last time there was a group called Somnium Space that built a virtual reality world on top of a blockchain and they use it as kind of in-game currency and the way that you
Hmm.
purchase land and stuff. And my original idea with Tipsy and VR was, and it's still possible, was to go talk to those guys and buy some land and build a bank and make it the first bank of Tipsy. And you walk in and it's just like my ATMs in the club, it would be like a move really slow on PC. You move a lot quicker on Oculus. It's weird.
Well, then that's where I'm excited to try it. But yeah, I mean, it seems like a lot of these use cases for crypto, it is going to be a video game, isn't it? And creating a video world where that's the coin of the realm, literally.
Could be.
Right. He is gamifying participation in various communities. So this I
Yeah,
did not make. This was a part of one of the assets of AltSpace. These rocks, do you see these cartoony low poly rocks? Like these are like a
yeah,
kit in
yeah.
AltSpace. So they very much encourage the sort of toon shaded design aspect, but I've been going very realistic just to test my skills and
Yeah.
look at that. Oh, I love those stairs. Jeez.
This is awesome.
And when you friend up with people, like see both Christy and Dave have come in here now. It's
Hmm.
because you can see on your friends list who is where, and you can just go join them immediately. Like just join the world that they're in. And be abused and be kind of stalky if you're like doing that.
So
But
there,
normally it's to find your
no,
friends.
no privacy at all. I can't go to the bathroom then.
Oh yeah,
you can
fireworks.
Ozzy, you can jump to my place so everybody sees how the standard looks like, where they wake up actually.
I see. Oh yeah, here you go. So see, I see him right there, and I just hit go to. It just takes me right there to him.
With the annoying ventilator, it was like
Oh, the fan
all the time. Yeah.
That's a running meme. So you start out in this home space. This is where you kind of
Okay.
like start out, and you can't do anything in here. It's just a dumb it's your own little space. You come out here, and there's like an
wait a
event
second.
billboard.
You see, wait a second. Go back in. There is look at the trash can.
Oh yeah, you
The
put that
trash
in.
can.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice. Good job. You can in alt space you can world build. I can't show you because I'm not a world builder, but a little menu will pop up over here to the right that lets you add objects and things, and you can move them around and size them. And it's a little clunky on the PC. It's a lot easier when you're on the Oculus because you can literally like point and shoot and rotate your wrist and grab things. It's it's
Oh,
like
wow.
you'll see you get more control over objects. It's clunky. It is not made for the PC. It just happens to be on PC. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
ported
It's
to
a
PC, but
low-fi access.
We can go playing basketball.
yeah. Basketball's a lot more fun when you have hands too. Oh! I got mine. I'm done. I win. Streak.
I have no idea where I'm looking.
You can shoot fireworks at each other. Yeah, man. I give you a tour anytime you want. Just hit me up, and obviously when you get yours, Matt, just friend up.
I'll do it.
Evan, Matt.
Matt,
what is
it's
your
fine. The world is filled with Matts.
Right
I mean,
on.
because that's what I go by.
Okay. So you go by Matt.
In fact, Evan Matt. I do. Yep.
Okay, right on. It just works. Putting that in the brain. Right on. But you have your own little video player that you can play your own, you can just sit in here with your friends. You can actually invite your friends. As you see, I'm at his home space. They all kind of look the same. When you get more advanced with it, you can actually change your home space, and there's other things you can do. I actually start out. My home space is the Saturday Night Hive
Okay.
Club because
Okay.
I'm working on it, and I don't want to waste the time of starting here and then jumping over there.
Sorry, what
And
came
actually,
to my mind is you can select the YouTube videos, but it cannot select Spotify like Groovy does. Huh? It's
only
YouTube.
here. Yeah, the video player that I have though, you can actually play anything. I could pull up a website.
Okay.
Yeah. But it's hard to explain. The video player I have now is pointed at an app that allows you to choose YouTube videos, which is what this is as well. But you can change where it's pointed to just an actual website, and you can. I was able to stream the Twitch page right in there. It's just that you don't have any interactivity. You can't like full screen it. You can't do anything. So you're just stuck with like the small little window in the top left of the DJ stream with all the other crap around it, and it just doesn't look good. So Altspace isn't 100% the greatest when it comes to this kind of stuff. They're still working on it, and ever since Microsoft got it, and they only recently bought it, they're changing out a lot of the dev team, and they've got new people on it, and there's a lot of new stuff coming. So even these avatars were only released days ago. We used to have weird little stick figure avatars.
2 days ago.
And how is this better than The Sims? I've never played The Sims. I just know of The Sims.
Sims is more of a game. This literally is more of a meetup and chat and hangout platform. This really isn't made to be a game.
So live here.
I'm gonna kind of in a way, and hang out and like go socialize, and like you can have watch parties, like watch movies with friends. As you see, we could all put a movie on over there.
It's like a 3D Twitch Discord. It's a combination of video and chat with avatars.
Well, good. Well, I'm excited to join. I've got gotta run,
Okay.
guys.
Yeah, man, absolutely. Go do your.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll take off. We'll talk
That's
to
what
you
the
next
avatars
week.
used to look like right there.
All right, Matt.
Thanks, guys.
People.
Okay.
Talk to you soon.
See you.
Talk to you.
Take
Yeah.
care.
Hey. All right, guys. I'm gonna head out. Probably need to make dinner tonight. My wife, she's at school. She had to go to school. Some stuff. I don't know. So I'm with kids. Gonna make dinner.
Thanks, guys.
Okay.
Thanks for the tour.
Yeah, no
Thanks,
problem.
guys.
Thanks.
Super.
I'll show you.
Super work.
Show you a lot more. Oh, hey, man.
Looks
What's up?
awesome.
Show you a lot more when you get in here. There's a lot of worlds and a lot of really cool worlds.
I'll get a hold of you in mod Oz when I get my Oculus.
That's
Have a
Also,
great
Oz,
weekend, guys.
see you guys. I posted a comment in Mods Oz. Whatever support you need, let's discuss it, and we can get the ball rolling, and also promote from our side.
Right on. Fred, since you're watching, can you see my stream? I don't know if you've seen the updated
Yeah. I've been following the tour. It's awesome. I really like it.
Tipsy. This is just, it's so
Brilliant.
dumb. I love
man.
it.
Super work on this, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is.
Having
It
a
is
great
great.
time.
Real potential to grow a community in here. I can see it.
Mhm. Oh, I've already, and I've been hyping it up, man, as I've been talking to my friends in here, and people are excited to come to this party. So they're,
Shit.
gonna have some traffic, and I'm working on getting the event featured so that we can have right now events are like capped at 30 people, but you can actually get the admins to uncap them, and they're likely going to do that for me. So we can have,
Awesome.
we can have 100 people in here if they'll show up.
Cool.
Let's work on your thoughts, what you think for marketing wise, or what we can support from the community fund. I'd be happy to support this. It's really great.
I don't think it needs to be terribly that much. I just, I think we should have 3 raffle prizes: a third tier, a second tier, and a grand prize. Very simple. Uh, we'll figure out amounts and stuff, but then once we figure out the amounts, we go out and we tell everybody, hey, there's a crypto dance party where you can, just by showing up and checking in with our little ATM, you can be entered to win real crypto at the same time,
Yeah.
getting news and updates, also a sweet dance mix, and like just, we'll find a way to word it and hype it up. I'm still sort of figuring out those things. I was trying to get everything done. Now everything in the club is, I think, done. Like I think it's like, this is it. This is ready.
Just you mentioned how many people can you have in here? Because if we done a promoted tweet, for example, with like and retweet, also in parallel, how many can you host in here, like at one time?
Technically, you
maximum.
can. I mean, if your event goes big enough to host hundreds of people, that's still also possible. Except you won't see everybody in the same room. It sort of splits it into instances. So, like, one room will have 30 people, another room will have 30 people. They'll all see and hear the same thing.
Right.
Or the DJ anyway, but they won't see and hear each other. So you and I might be standing right next to each other and not be able to see each other, just because of the way they split the instancing,
But
like shard it.
they'd still be
Essentially,
able to communicate to each other as avatars and stuff.
only the ones you can see.
Only the one.
That's the only drawback. That's what I mean by I worked very hard to make my club performant to alt space standards. A lot of people's worlds are kind of cumbersome, and mine is very lightweight for a reason, because I want to have my event featured and uncapped so that we can actually have 60, 80 avatars in here together, all able to see each other and all able to talk. That is a
Right.
possibility.
And the other,
So
perfect, man. The other thing I was thinking about is it possible to compile a highlights video, like for future, in Twitter or something?
Yes,
Or
actually, I'm talking to a couple people about that now. So there's a thing in here called the Jimmy Cam. This item I have, and if I turn this on, so now you can't see me. But my avatar. Okay, I don't know what's going on. See, I don't really know how to use this thing. It kind of freaks out on me a lot. Oh, there we go.
yeah, right.
You have to hold right click. So this is basically a camera that can stream out to like some sort of output on a software or a PC, where I can be recording or screencasting from this input. So it's like walking around with like with a handy cam that, like, live streaming out, and you're just recording the live stream to something. But I don't know, man, that's really smooth. I don't know how to exactly to do that part of it.
No
I know
worries.
how to pull the camera out, and I can I can absolutely. I'm going to be floating around getting footage, of course, because I'm a photographer and a videographer as well.
Oh,
So
be very cool
I love like
to be able to
I
share
love
it.
shots. Mhm.
Be very cool to be able to share it later.
Well, I am going to actually. So one thing I was going to do is sorry. Whoever we have as the DJ avatar, we can actually have them sitting here and just like there's an angle that well hang on, let me get the Jimmy cam off. So hide your menus and so the DJ can be, chilling here like they do. Bam, there's a shot right there. We just leave that and let this shot right here, the
Wow.
shot that live streams back to alt space. So or to Discord, excuse me. So people in Discord can sit here and look
Yeah,
at the party from the DJ's perspective.
exactly.
That's my spot.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
oh, that's your spot on Fridays.
Yep.
But the
I'm
thing
really,
I'm going to
I'm
do.
really looking forward to this. This is great. This really is such a. Hopefully, as well in parallel, we may have some. We hope to have some very good news to share. So this is really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly, man, I'll be honest. Even if you don't, this is going to be a sick party.
Right.
It's gonna
Okay.
be fun.
Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Like I'm not banking on the release of information to be the hype thing for this party.
No.
You know what
But
I mean?
it's just something from my perspective, business wise. We really,
Absolutely.
we're moving now. So yeah.
Our glorious Lord Master Tipsy up there.
Oh, she's beautiful. We
Definitely,
love our Tipsy.
Ozzy, you should
We
make a
love our
video so
Tipsy.
we can promote.
Yeah, actually, I mean, hell, just honestly, you're right. I already made one video promoting it. I could just do the same exact video.
Yeah.
Let the same because I did it in Unity, so it's all camera movements that are scripted through the space.
Yeah.
I can literally just
As
re-record my video.
as soon as we finish now, it's the last 15 minutes going to be uploaded anyway.
Anyway, mate, excellent work. It's really impressive. Looking forward to this.
Welcome to the flying saucer.
So,
I am too. This is fun.
so Ozzy, if you don't want to show all the world on YouTube and Litecoincash your home, you should have to tell Urus that he should cut this out.
Oh, I don't care. It's fine. There's been nothing revealed that's sensitive. Yeah,
But I saw the pawn collection under your bed.
Yeah, that's public display. I mean, I'm very much a voyeur that way. I just
That's nothing to hide.
no.
All right, guys.
Right, guys.
Take care.
Take care.
It was
Take care.
talking. Yeah, good talking to all of you.
Finito. Have a good
Talk to
day,
you next
night, weekend.
Awesome,
Level.
guys.
While
Yeah.
drinking.
Fun to just teleport
All right, guys.
through real
See
fast.
ya.
Have a good